Peace of mind and body. 10. Those who disbelieve or avoid acting on their faith in Islam do so out of love for the material world and the things within it. They believe that believing or acting on their faith will prevent them from enjoying worldly blessings, meaning, for them, faith is something that restricts their desires, and therefore they turn away from it, either literally or practically. Instead, they turn towards the material world and strive to fulfill their desires without restrictions, believing that true peace lies in this. They look down at those who accept and actualize their faith by controlling their actions and using their worldly blessings in ways pleasing to Allah, the Exalted. They believe that these pious Muslims are lowly slaves who've been restricted from enjoying themselves, whereas they, the disbelievers and the misguided, are free. But in actual fact, this could not be further from the truth, as the real slaves are those who fail to accept and submit to Allah, the Exalted, and the superior ones are those who have done this, as they become free of slavery to the world. This can be understood by an example. A good parent will restrict the type of food their child eats, meaning, they will only let them eat junk and unhealthy food once in a while, and instead force them to follow a healthy diet. This child therefore believes that their parent has placed undesirable restrictions on them, and that they have become slaves to their parent and their healthy diet. On the other hand, another child has been given permission from their parent to eat whatever they desire, whenever they desire, and how much they desire. So this child believes that they are completely free of all restrictions. When these children come together, the child who has been given complete freedom criticizes and looks down on the child who has been restricted by their parent. The latter child will also feel sorry for themselves when they observe the other child has been given free rein to behave however they wish. Outwardly, it appears the child who has been granted freedom has obtained happiness, whereas the other child is too tied up with restrictions to enjoy life. But years down the line, the truth will become manifest. The child who had no restrictions grows up to become extremely unhealthy, e.g., obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, etc. As a result of this, they even become mentally unhealthy, as they lose confidence in their body and the way they look. Because of this, they become a slave of medications, diseases, mental and social problems. All these things restrict their happiness and life. Whereas, the child who was restricted by their parent grows up healthy in mind and body. As a result, they become confident in their body and ability, which aids them to succeed in life. They become free of any slavery to medications, diseases, mental and social problems, as they grew up with the correct balance and guidance. So the child who had no restrictions grew up becoming a slave to many things, whereas the child who had restrictions grew up independent of all restrictions. To conclude, the real slave is the one who becomes a slave to all other things except Allah, the Exalted, such as social media, society, fashion and culture, and this leads to mental, physical and social problems, whereas the real free person is the one who submits only to Allah, the Exalted, thereby achieving peace of mind and body.